Hello everybody, Gina Aliotti here. Just wanted to answer a few more questions on our Q&A. Actually really want to hit a question that's come up a couple times about heart rate. So Nancy asked, I calculated my heart rate max at 180, which makes my fasted cardio 60% rate 108. At this percentage, I feel like I'm barely getting a workout. Should I stick with it or should I be ramping it up a bit to feel good? I'm currently doing the UAP to lose my flab. So this question's come up several times about cardio, and as I've mentioned before, I love to do a mix of high intensity along with steady state. On the UAP, when you're trying to really dig into those fat stores, I do believe in hitting steady state along with your circuits, which are going to get your heart rate up, and then also you'll see also spread out throughout the plan are some sessions of some higher intensity cardio. So during those high intensity sessions, yes, you can use your target heart rate, which is, you are correct, the 220 minus your age, which would give you your target heart rate. That is like what you should be hitting, not even necessarily what you should be hitting, what you should be aiming for during an all-out sprint. Let's say for a Tabata sprint or something like that, where you're going all out, giving it all you have. But it's definitely not something you'd be able to sustain for long periods of time, because that's an all-out, heart's beating 100 miles a minute. So that's what you want to target for a high-intensity session. Now, when it comes to slower intensity, you can try to hit 60% of that rate. For me personally, again, not a numbers person, but I know when I'm doing steady state, my heart rate tends to be about 140, 145, and I get that by lifting up the ramp and really hitting on this treadmill when I'm doing machine cardio, which most of you know I don't do a lot of these days. But when I was doing a lot of machine cardio, I would be hitting about 145, 150, and that would be my steady state. And then for an all-out sprint, I would be getting more closer to my target heart rate, and that's just for a short period of time. So to answer your question, if you're doing morning cardio, especially on an empty stomach, that steady state is really key. And maybe you can go above 108. I mean, that is pretty low. So maybe you can try to get 130. That's a pretty good steady state. Everyone's different again, so it's really hard for me to generalize. But see how you feel, maybe increasing the ramp of the treadmill, and I promise you, it seems like you're not going to get a lot of a workout with steady state. Most people think, walk, I'm not really getting much. Lift up the ramp. I was doing between 12 and 15% on the treadmill when I was doing my steady state on the machine. And you will feel that you can still hold a conversation, but it's going to be challenging. So the goal is not to be all out of breath and unable to hold a conversation, but you definitely want to feel like you're getting a workout. So 108 seems like it might be a little bit low for you, Nancy. So I would try to increase that. If you're doing a different machine, maybe just increase the intensity, boost up the level, and just see if you can get your heart rate up just a little bit more. But again, I know this sounds silly because I'm a pretty simple person, but I really go by how I feel. I wore a heart rate monitor maybe 5 times, and then it just got too itchy on my stomach and I just couldn't even handle it. So I really go by how I feel, and you'll know when you're really pushing yourself. So if you feel like you're just strolling along, like taking a light walk in the park, that's definitely not enough. You want to increase your intensity a little bit. So hopefully that answers your question, and I know that kind of hit a couple answers for Nancy, and also for I think somebody else here asked a question about that. So hopefully that helps, and I hope you have an amazing week, everybody. Thank you all for being a part of my plans. I obviously just got back from a run, so I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling motivated. Summer's here, and there's just something about that shift in the seasons where the sky now goes from gloomy to sunny, and I just feel like a different person. So bring on summer, bring on the bikinis. Let's do this. We're in this together. Keep digging deep, and I will see you with our next Q&A. Bye-bye.